Howdy, and welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Mr. Zion Young joining us, and we're going to talk all things basketball and all things training, recovery, surgeries, a whole bunch of stuff. So, Zion, thank you for being here, sir.
Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, man. So I've been good, man. Yeah, it's been a long day, but a good day. It's hot here in Vegas today, and apparently there's some weird stuff going on inside of the.
Thunderstorm or something, lightning. It's something tricky in the sky, but it's not raining, but it's thundering going throughout the air. So it's kind of freaking me out.
I want it to rain. Be nice.
Is it monsoon season? Is it?
I think we're still in monsoon season.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think we're still in monsoon season.
Okay. I was thinking that at first because I was like, maybe it's like a sandstorm about to come apart, or
maybe.
So
Maybe. I don't know either.
It was tricky.
It's weird.
It was tricky.
So tell the people, who are you? What do you do? What's going on in your life? All those good things.
Well, I'm Zion Young. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Went to Simeon High School. From there, I had went to Western Illinois, and then spent 2 years there. Later on, went on to Oakland University in Michigan. Spent some time there. And then after that, I finished up my graduate year at Southern Utah. And then from there, I proceeded, by the grace of God, blessed to go and play ball professionally overseas. I have just finished my first year. Started off in Georgia. It's been, about maybe 2 months, I would say 2 to 3 months there. And then from there, I had went on to Azerbaijan. It's called Baku, Azerbaijan, And I went there, finished up, got out there in December, so roughly 6 to 7, 8 months. In total, 9 to 10 months, and then came home for a little bit, and then got a call to head back out in the summer and did Ecuador. So, it's been quite some time, but I'm glad to be home.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
When did you start playing ball? I never asked you that.
Man, no. I would say when you could take how old are you when you could take naps in school?
I don't know, 5, I guess, ish.
Is that preschool, kindergarten?
I think so.
Around there?
Yeah.
Around that time. It's been ages. Yeah.
Damn.
It's been some time.
When did you start? How'd you start?
My dad, actually. So my dad used to play. And then once I was born, it was all into me after that. So through him, he had a career. He played in high school, got an injury, couldn't really further his career after that. So once everything had happened and I came into the picture, he just embedded into me everything that he learned. So after that, just hard work and dedication.
When did you start, inside of your head, when did you start taking it seriously?
It's hard for me to really say. I would say more later on in college, because at first, it's just a hobby. I'm just having fun with it. I'm not getting paid to do it. I don't know anything about it. My dad just said, here, go outside and play, So I never really looked at it as oh, man, this is going to feed my family, even though, you see the benefits of what you rep when you put the work in. But I just never really looked at it as that. It was more like just a hobby. It was more like something fun, even though I do take it very serious. This is my profession and my job, but I had never really, basketball isn't me. It's not everything that I do. It's not who I am, and when I came to realize that, it's just the flow. It's just everything was just cool.
It's just what you're doing for now.
Yeah, it's just what I'm doing for now. It's not who I am, though. It's just I was blessed with a gift to just display it. So now I'm just using that to my advantage to just have fun with it. And then after that, install it into the world and to my kid.
What'd you learn going abroad training? How is it different? What the lifestyle and all of it? What is it like being outside playing pro?
The culture, I would say, more than anything. It's the language barrier that's really throws people off, So being in those elements, just having to adapt. And it's just going to either make or break you, fight or flight type of thing. So I look at it as I love advantages. Not advantages, but I love competition. I love having to challenge myself to do better, I would say. So having to learn to pick up things off the fly of maybe a word or two, some people might say something or a hand signal. it's like, all right, you got to just read the signs, and then just have an open mind with things to just be able to take risk. So being out there was definitely a journey. It helps you grow as a person, especially my first year out of college helped me grow as a man, and then learn responsibility and to take words of encouragement and never to hang my head low. Always give glory to the grace of God, and just to believe in yourself. So through those things that I have dealt with going overseas and me growing, it just helped me elevate myself to become a better person every day.
Did you learn any like phrases or anything in any of those different languages?
Dang. Yeah, I did, but can't really say on air, you know. Yeah, it was a few of my buddies out there. Yeah, they taught me some words. It was
the easy ones that we always teach,
It was trying to teach me, words that I can't really say right now, but it was definitely intriguing though. It was the part that really got me about overseas is that they're no different from us. It's just their own culture. We might fly food in because we're the States, but over there they grow it, chickens and everything, the lifestyle, the culture, it's the organic, it's just how they carry themselves in their everyday life. It's like hard work and hats. I think that's what it's called, or I forgot what it's called, but when people, the stigma they have for people that work hard is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, but it's every day, it's always people waking up, and just getting after it. I mean, they waits on nobody for them out there. It's either you're going to get it on your own or you're just not going to get it at all. So it gives you that tough mindset to just every day put your hat on, and regardless, the day got to end. So in this day, what did you complete? What did you do? Did you fulfill everything that you were supposed to do in that day? Or did you act as if you did everything you could, but really you left yourself with some doubt? So in my everyday life, I try to carry that when I was out there as well as now. Just in my everyday life, just give it all I have and be okay with that.
Is the culture around basketball different as well?
Different.
Do people like basketball? Like
Love.
Yeah?
Love. And especially being an American at import, it's like they want to see the excitement. They don't get to see LeBron James's, the Stephen Curry's that we may have access to here. So going out there, and if you're able to have a talent to jump high, be athletic, or have the defensive abilities or rebounding or the shooting capabilities to do it from unlimited ranges and stuff, that's fascinating to them. So as long as you could bring some type of entertainment, I feel like these people they'd fall in love with you more. So over time, it's just, it's a love thing. It's more like you have to see it to be there. It's more like you start to realize the best thing about being celebrated instead of appreciated.
Damn, say it again.
Celebrated rather than being appreciated. As in, like, I just appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
It's like, it's cool. But if I'm celebrating, it's like, man, we never seen this before. Some things that people take for granted. It's like, we don't have this here. So now when you come into our element and you display something that we never seen, we celebrate that.
That's cool. That's real cool. I like that line a lot.
Cool idea.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Is training the same
as far
there
as
versus here? Like everything from like gym time. I think here in the States we put a lot of emphasis on like being in the gym.
Yeah.
And then like hours of practice. Is that the exact same over there, or is it different?
As far as training wise, I would say, well, I can only speak from my on my own experiences, but I feel like in the States we have an advantage to an extent because we have different things, the different capabilities that other countries don't really have in that instance. But they work hard. At the end of the day, it's all about work, muscle memory, doing what you need to do. As you level up in life, and level up on the basketball court, and you're doing more things, you start to pick up on your pros and cons. So after a while, it's just what you're going to work on within yourself. And out there, they are very fundamental. They are really working on the basics of things. So it's constant work, it's constant hard work, but it's a lot of discipline about learning the basics of the game. So I feel like that's unique out there. As far as in the States, it's more like we have an imagination with things a bit. You know, we have the Allen Iversons, we have the freestyling type of things. And some people, I feel like they're more one-on-one players than anything. I feel like that's kind of what the difference is between overseas and in the States, as far as fundamentally and also being more of I wouldn't say really consider it street ball, but I would say more of an outgoing type of experience with things. Like, we're more outgoing. We would take risks to things as far as, you know, doing things or break the play off and go one-on-one as far. But for overseas, it was more like we're going to run this play and we're going to keep running it until you stop me, regardless.
Damn.
And we're going to have different plays within it. So it's always a counter for a counter for a counter. But in the U.S., I feel like it's more like we're going to break down the player. It might be an action on the opposite side, but at the end of the day, this is a one-on-one and people want to be entertained. Over there, it's like we have this screen coming apart. Now we have this action on the opposite end, but on top of this, we have this going on. So we're taking advantage of the mismatch, and we want to do this. So it's a mind game within a game. It's just, like I said, you got to be quick on your toes. You got to be quick to just think fast.
Do you think you're going to end up, and I'm sure this is what happened, like either even subconsciously, like you're going to take those things that you learned over there and then apply them, like that style of play here? Like, could you mix those two, or do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, definitely. Because of the fact, I feel like playing out there, you have to be, I wouldn't say tougher, but it's definitely a very physical game. You're playing against grown men. I mean, they got to feed their families too, so there's no free shots. You know, if you think you're going to be wide open, get into the lane and trying to go up for a basket, you be mistaken. You know, there's a lot of welcome to our country type moments that I've dealt with. I thought that I had a free lane and I got chucked out the air. Or like, you know, I seen a buddy of mine's. It was in Georgia. It was like a scrimmage game, I would say. Just a scrimmage. It's not even an actual game, bro. It's a scrimmage. Like, hear me out. This is practice we're talking about. Practice. Not the game. Practice, bro. This man was wide open for a layup at the time. And I would say he was maybe volleyball line entering into our side of the court where we were supposed to score. The opposing defender was chasing him down. And he was at, I would say, their volleyball line-ish.
Okay.
So he's chasing him down. And my guy thinks he's by himself, so he slows down, tries to prepare his feet to make the layup, or I think he was trying to attempt a dunk. As he's doing that, a guy goes and like brushes against him a bit and like makes him fall on his tailbone. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah. So I was sitting there like, this can't be serious. Like this no way. And then the ref goes, looks at him, looks at us, and then runs down the court. So we like no call, no, you know, keep going. Like, what we doing? Yeah. You know, guy sitting on the floor holding his back, and the ref like, you know, looks clean to me. So it's like, it's a tricky game, man. It's like, you know, you go, toughness, but it's something. It's something.
You said that they can tackle, and it's a regular foul.
Like, okay, so what I mean by that was, say for instance, if you're going for a wide open lane, or say like you got to pass ahead for an outlet, I would say. You're going for an outlet, you get the ball, and you're proceeding to go and push the ball forward. If there's a guy that was already there, he's going to wrap his arms around you or tackle you. Not literally tackle you to the floor, but sometimes it gets to the extreme depending on how, you know, the intensity of the game. But, you know, yeah, guys would definitely like wrap you up, and then you would just either you going to fall or they're going to be like, my bad, bro. And then,
my bad.
You know, and then they'll sit there and be like, oh, foul? No foul? All right. So it's like questionable.
What the fuck?
Depending. Sometimes.
That's wild.
Sometimes the refs, they be cool. I'm not going to complain. Sometimes the refs are cool, but sometimes it's like, all right, bro, come on now. You know,
Is it
somebody could
'cause-
get hurt.
Is it because they know you're American, or is that just like how the game is played all the way around?
I don't know, man, because they look at us differently. I would say, being out there, they look at you like I said. You're looked at as like the LeBron James. You're expected to go there and produce and do things. So they don't go there to see things normal. So they want to see you. If somebody's ahead of you, you know, attempt to go and do something entertaining. If not, then it's like, what are you here for?
Yeah.
So if people want to be entertained, so it's like, do your job.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
They want the entertainment that American basketball has.
Yeah, they want that there. With a twist of theirs, still fundamentals, but also like, do you know, figure it out.
Did you do that?
Yeah. yeah. I had to learn. But it was definitely an experience. I would say my first job was what set the tone for me to learn what like do your job is. You know, we don't bring you here to blend in. You know, if we was bringing you here to just be normal, then that's kind of a cliche thing to say, not normal, but just blend in. Then we could just have anybody, but we brought you here for a reason. So exploit your opponents, show them what you could do, but do it at a consistent and high level, and show that you're different. So it's helped that. From there, after me leaving my first country, I just took that chip on my shoulder to my next country and just wanted to display that, you know, I'm better. So
I like it.
Yeah.
What is your pre-game ritual for like the week leading up to game day? Like, are you practicing a lot? Are you shooting a lot? Are you eating a lot? Are you having some canes every day?
Can't go canes every day. I can't go canes every day, man. I can't. I wish, but I can't go canes, man. But my routine, man, is kind of chill. Every day is morally just going with the flow of things. Just keep everything same. Never do anything outside of my body. Just be who you are. Of course, always implement new things into your regimen if you find it is necessary. But for the most part, I feel like, just keep it simple, man. I'm going to do my yoga, I'm going to do my stretches. After that, I'm going to get to the gym, crack jokes with the guys, get up shots. Afterwards, still get my work in. Still watch film with the guys and play the game. Just keep it simple. A lot of times, I really try to keep my mind off the game because it's what I do. So, you know, guys want to play the video game, but we're playing basketball. So it's like, all right, let's play something different, you know?
Let's play some COD or something.
Yeah, let's play Call of Duty. Let's play, you know, college football. Let's play Madden, you know? So we normally just do things like that. Or honestly, overseas, we was just exploring a lot. So just getting our mind off the games.
You got to see a lot, I'd imagine.
Definitely. It's a culture.
That's cool.
It's like what I seen growing up in movies and like different things. I was like, man, like it's exactly what I imagined it to be. But it's more like when you see it, it's different.
Who inspired you when you first started playing? Did you have people that you were like, damn, I want to play like, or I want to be like?
I feel you. I liked it people's games. It wasn't like an admiration. Because at the end, I just never really, I didn't even know who these people were, you know? So it was more like, oh man, that was cool. That was a nice dunk he did, you know, type of thing. Dad showed me how to do that. You know, it was more of that thing. So from that standpoint, it was more like my dad would just put the ball in my hand. So the only thing I could really say was my dad. I mean, LeBron James was a big name back then and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was like, oh, you know, put the headband on, you gonna mimic LeBron or you gonna do this like LeBron. But like over time, it was like my dad just put in like a, what is it called? When people is like, I know who you are because of like you wear glasses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's like your stigma. That's who you are. So he was like, you gonna be Z. You gonna be the number one, the guy that wears headbands, the guy that wears the wristbands or something, forearm bands.
Something to stand out, something like branding.
Like my brand. Yeah. Like he was just basically as a young age showing me how this is how you brand yourself. LeBron James was who he was because of, that's LeBron, he got his own shoe, but also he's 6'10", wears a headband. high school phenom. So it was like, what can you implement into yourself at a young age to also help build who you are as a person when you get older?
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's
thoughtful dad.
Yeah, cool. Great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. LeBron or Michael?
It's really hard to say because of the fact that's two different eras, And in my era, I would say LeBron James because of the fact of all the things that he accomplished, all the awards and all the hassle that he went through to become who he is now is an incredible story. So he's definitely a person I would say people would look at or admire, but I feel like that's just for our day and age. Back then, I would say Michael. Michael was a GOAT back then. He did a lot of things, implemented so much into the game, and inspired so many people. So I feel like it's just a day and age thing. I can't really say and give my own decision on that, but I would sincerely say that they're both equally great in their own time being.
It's a controversial topic. Everybody's always like, hey, who is it? Is it LeBron or is it Michael?
I feel that, and I hear it all the time too. Like I was just having this conversation with a buddy of mine and out the country as well. We was talking and he was like, Kobe, Mike, and LeBron. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was torn in between the two, between Kobe and LeBron, because that's a similar era.
Yeah, fair.
So I was like, okay, well, if we're going to implement that, then we can say you don't want to involve rings. So it just all depends on what you're looking for as a team. Do you want to score? Do you want a playmaking 6'10" demigod? It's like, what do you want? These people are freakishly athletes. Kobe was an insane hardworking person. The Mamba mentality is what inspired a lot of kids as well as myself. So I feel like it just all depends on what you were seeking as a general manager.
If you could pick, let's say, 5 athletes to pull specific things out of their game to make the perfect athlete, who would you choose and what would you choose from them?
Shai Gilgeous. Elusiveness.
Yeah.
More like being able to be, I think the word is scabby. Like you can kind of get through things, able to take bumps, and it's like you're just in controlling. You can really handle all faults that come your way. So I would say him.
One.
Kobe. Just the Mamba mentality.
All right.
The work ethic. He's a bucket,
Yeah.
Bron.
What do you want from Bron?
Bron, what? 6'10"? It's like, man, 250. He's 40, still playing. So it's like the durability, the longevity.
That's a good one.
This is what he offers as a team. He's a 1 through 5, and he's the coach. Like, what can he do?
Yeah.
He knows your defense and he knows what you're going to do. He knows your plays. He's playing the game within the game, and it's like I would pretty much say surpassed being the student. He's more like the teacher or the coach of it. He's definitely ahead of everybody, and that's what keeps him, I feel like, above the rest.
His basketball IQ is really high.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say LeBron.
I think you have one more, right? I think that's number 5.
It was 3.
Oh, that was that 3?
3.
Okay, you got 2 more.
Kobe
Shit, sorry.
I
asked you for too many.
No, we got, what do we say? Shai,
Kobe,
LeBron.
You got 2 more. This is where it gets hard.
KD.
KD.
Okay, yeah.
What do you want from KD?
That man is something serious. Just how much of like, I don't know. Dang. This is hard. Can I do 6 people? I gotta do 6. It's hard.
Right,
I don't want to leave
6.
people out.
Yeah, we could do 6.
Oh, man. Yeah, I would do KD because of just his shot making ability. He's consistent. You know, is nobody. He's 7'2", I
Damn.
would say, and he's a guard. So it's like something you can't teach. It's just skill.
Yeah.
What was it?
That was 4.
4,
You got
5.
one. You said you wanted 2 more, so now you have 5 and 6.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Z.
Yeah, this is what you wanted, all right?
I like a challenge. It's cool. It's cool. Let me see. I'm gonna go. Let me see.
Any era.
Any era.
It doesn't need to be right now.
I was gonna say Shaq.
Ooh. What do you want about what do you want from Shaq inside this player?
Shaq is like dominant. Like nobody can stop him. Like
massive.
You know what I'm saying? It's like who's gonna step in front of him? You know, he's 7 foot. He at the time 250, 60 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a big man, dude.
Who would want to stand in front of him as he's like, you know, coming down the lane full speed and run you over? Like I'm okay. You know, my life is worth way more. You know what I'm saying? So his aggressiveness, the power he brings to the game, I would say that. Last but not least, I would have to say either like Michael Beasley.
Beasley.
Yeah. He was something serious. He was a freshman averaging 30. I think it was like 30 points and 10 rebounds. It was unheard of.
Damn.
And like the things he did was just like, yeah.
Was it speed? Was it like what did he have that
pace? Like you can't rush me. There's nothing you could do. You know, if you cut me off, I'm gonna spin. If you feel like you closed out, I'm gonna blow past you. It's always like I have a counter for anything. You know what I'm saying? It's more like
I set the pace.
It's nothing you could do. You know, it's just like you just pray I miss.
That's a baller fucking mentality to have.
You know, and then it's like he just didn't care. And what I would take from him, my bad. What I would take from him is that he was just, I don't care. You know, just having that mentality to just be like, hey, new shoes come out tomorrow. Like, I missed this shot. It's okay. New Jordans come out next week. It's all right. You know? It's like, not to hang your head on things. Just to, nobody has you like you. And as long as you believe in yourself, that's all that matters. You know? Everybody's gonna have a say or like what you should and couldn't do and your own stigma about who you are. But you being you and living out your day of how you are as a person and being true to yourself, like whatever you post and how you talk and how you move, as long as you being yourself and a true, genuine self, you have nothing to worry about. You know, so I say like just being a real person. Like it seems like more outside of the court stuff. Once he got a way to establish himself and display like who he is as a person, it started to grow and help me see things in a different light. Man, you know, people can be misunderstood and how the game changed their life, and it's like how much it has helped mine. So it's like different things that have similar. So it's just that the mindset of just believing in yourself.
I think that's a pretty consistent trend between all 6 of those people,
yeah.
Right? Like if I just took out Shaq, just because I know a little bit more about Shaq, like
right.
Now he has a PhD, he has MBA,
yeah.
He has like how many car washes? He's a billionaire, right?
Yeah,
like he left the sport and he was like, hey, like I'm not just a basketball player. Like I have so much more that's going on in my life, and like I don't know if you ever watched this podcast,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Pretty authentic dude.
No,
like
definitely.
He's a comedian, he's hilarious,
yeah.
But he's like just. There's something so sweet about that guy. You're just like, yeah, no, I like him because he's who he is. You know, like
definitely.
Same thing with LeBron, Kobe. I mean, like you have that same similarity between. That's a very common thing between all of those things. They're authentic. They believe in themselves, but they also fucking show up and they work.
Got to.
They work.
They do their job.
They do their job.
Do your job for sure.
What's your favorite meal? What are you eating right now that you love? If you could have one thing.
Right now I'm in training mode, man. So it's like I'm in grind mode. So I don't really eat too crazy. I try to stay within certain things.
Let's say you're gonna splurge.
I'm going out to eat.
You're going out to eat wherever you want. The bill doesn't matter.
Bill doesn't matter.
Bill doesn't matter. Whatever you want.
I would go like I'll go like oxtails.
Really?
I would go like oxtails maybe. I would go like mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
I would go with maybe some mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Breaded crusts like mac and cheese or something like that. It's a
Yeah.
little, you know,
A little bit of texture on there.
A little texture, a little crunch, you know. We go with something like that. I would say, yeah, I'm gonna just go with that.
Oxtails.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've never had them.
Really?
Never had them.
I went overseas.
Yeah.
And it was like outstanding. It was really good. Like when I went over there, man, I was never a fan of sushi, salmon, tilapia, a lot of things. But like going out there and trying new things and like opening it up to their culture, it was like, man, I like sushi. Like I'm cool with it. But it was like, it kind of made me think like, all right, I'm going to only get it if I'm overseas. You know, because
got spoiled.
You know, so it's like a give or take relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like I like it, but it's like only in certain places.
Yeah.
I would prefer it. But for the most part, man, it made me grow my taste buds on the horizon. Like
That's
it's
cool.
just like I'm more open to things. Like I do like oxtails, or they had a dish. Oh my goodness, it was a sandwich. It's called a shawarma.
Yeah. Love me some shawarma.
Something serious.
I love some shawarma.
Something serious.
Yeah, dude.
Something serious. We had it in Georgia. Me and my teammate, bro, we had it almost every single day that we. He showed it to me. We had it every single day. It was like not a day we didn't have it. It was like, yeah, what we on today, bro? You know where we going? My bad. Yeah, let's go right now. Let's place our order.
I like it.
But it was cool. Like,
Did you lamb? The lamb shawarma? I think there's like a beef.
Yeah,
there's a chicken. There's
It's
a
beef,
lamb.
chicken, lamb.
Yeah.
We had that. It was yeah. We had the beef. I don't normally just order the beef one. Just called it that one. It was cool.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
it's
fan. What's
fire.
good? Some tzatziki sauce. Oh man, you got those red onions in there.
Yes, sir.
Cucumber.
Yes, sir.
And it's everything that you want inside one sandwich. You know.
You got to see it. You know, it's hard to talk about it. It's like more like you just have to experience it, you know?
100%.
It's things that money can't buy. It's just the experience of it. It's just, that's what gets you. That makes you want to be like, man, how get you, you blessed, you know, blessed to do these things. So
I like it.
it's pretty good, man. It's just a life like no other. I've been dreaming of this since I was a kid. So now living it, it's still like a surreal moment. It's like, man, you've been doing this your whole life, and now you getting paid to do it. It's like, you know, it still don't feel like a job. It still feels like I'm still a kid again, you know. But it's definitely opened my eyes up to definitely be thankful. So
Dream come true,
man.
for a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah. That's what I said. It's like I couldn't see myself doing anything else. You know, this is all I dreamed of. This is all I've done since I was 4 years old. So now living to do what I do and proving to myself that I am who I say I am is been just a blessing.
So we got your splurge meal. What is
Yes.
a consistent, like, it's a big week for you.
Yeah.
It's a massive week.
Yeah.
So what does food look like right now on like weekday or like a traditional, you know, preparation. kind of like in the zone kind of.
We're locked in.
Yeah.
We're locked in. I'm going fruit. A lot of fruit. We're snacking on fruit. Sometimes that's been my problem with I like to snack a bit. But now I'm locked in.
A bit.
Yeah, you know, chips here and there, but like I try to stay away now. You know, now I just like I stay away from it. And I just do fruit. A mixtures of things, grapes, berries, strawberries, you know, different things.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the food course, I would say more like portions of things. You know, sometimes we might eat heavy and sometimes overeat and feel bloated. But as far as my diet, I would just normally go maybe like a portion of something. So maybe like a bagel sandwich or something, or everything is calibrated. Like if we're going to do the bread, it's got to be wheat, or it's got to be something else. Or if we're doing food like a chicken or something, we're not doing heavy seasoning, because seasoning can also add sodium and carbs to you. So it's just being aware of what you putting into your body. So I would go like maybe like a sandwich, an egg sandwich or something, or like scrambled eggs, light, a lot of avocados, a lot of veggies.
It's good. I like avocado.
Yeah.
It's good fat.
Yeah. Then we'll go asparagus or something. Might switch it up, cauliflower. It just all varies. But it's just a lot of veggies and then proportion it within it. So grilled chicken. A lot of grilled chicken. Different things, shrimp. You might mix it around. Just try to play around with different recipes. So it's just a lot of like that, but mainly just keeping proportion, eating on the time management, eating on time, and also getting my sleep. So definitely just trying to be a key part of that, and that's what helps me get to where I am now.
I like it. Tell me a little bit about your injuries. What happened? We're going to go from the very start, all right? I want you to walk me through the entire process, from having them to the recovery process to, I guess, today. Like, what does that whole thing look like?
Well, man, it started, I would say, 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade. 7th grade, it was like the game before Christmas break, I would say. It was a home game, I would say. I was on a fast break by myself, I thought. And and then well, I'm gonna talk about that day leading up. The day leading up, we had practice, and a buddy of mine's was like, we should go dunk the ball. Like, go dunk it, bro. You already grabbing rim. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, 7th grade. I mean, hell
like,
yeah, dude.
Cool, young. I don't, just going with the flow of things. It's like, why not try it? We was like we were the top team at the time, undefeated. And I was like, I was feeling good about myself. I felt like I was getting up there in height. I was already touching the pad on the rim and stuff. So I'm like, oh man, somebody go for a layup. I'm bleeding it off the glass. So I'm like, it's over with. I'm beating it off the glass with that. It's over with for people. I'm finna dunk this, Then one time in practice, I catch like a tip dunk. I was like, oh yeah, it's time. It's time. So my coach was like, man, if you could dunk one time in practice, you could dunk in the game. It was just a rule that he just, we talked about.
Yeah.
So he was cool with it. He was like, cool, go dunk it. My guy helped me out. Shout out to my boy Amari. He threw a lob off the glass, and it just slightly tipped right off the rim, so I didn't have to do much. And just used my fingers, grab the rim. Yeah. I'm jumping up and down. Yeah, it's my time now. I'm feeling I'm on cloud 10. So, coach like, this is crazy. He was like, I never thought this kid was going to do this. At this time, I'm like 5 something. So I'm like, man, they like, yeah, we don't.
You got to get up there.
Floating. I just felt good.
Damn.
Got one. Got blessed.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
I got blessed. But then we go into the game the next day, man. We playing the team. In my head, I'm like, we're the best team. We ain't got nothing to worry about. We're going to beat them. I'm going to try this dunk. Like, that's all I'm thinking. I'm going to try this dunk. Like,
did it yesterday. I got to do it today.
I did it yesterday. I know I can do it today. This ain't no one-day fluke. Like, I'm not that. No, I got to prove it. And my people's here? Yeah. Yeah, I'm finna show Pops I'm dunking before you, boss. So we get there, man. Game flowing. We hooping. We go up on the lead. And an opportunity presents itself because I'm seeing how the game flow going. And I'm like, all right, the game, as any games, they start off kind of fast. Then it slows down, mellows down. So now you can see how the game's developing. And it's going to be a half-court game or fast pace. But people was getting tired. So I was like, all right, I can catch a steal and we can go.
The entire time you're just looking for that opportunity.
I'm playing in the back room, just playing possum, just waiting. Then I seen an opportunity. I got through a pass. I read it, hit it out. The guy behind me was hogging me down. I was like, dang. But in my head, I'm like, you're not catching me. Like, if you see a man wide open, he's already ahead of you. In my head, I'm finna let him go. I'm seeing how the game going. I'm like, all right, you got it. But in his head, he thought he was going to LeBron. So I was like, yeah, it's over. As I'm preparing to go up, man, I feel like a little slight push in my lower back. At that time, I like lose control in the air, so I let go of the ball. My leg is kind of on my back, and I'm trying to brace myself on the fall. As I come down and I land, the knee or the patella breaks in half. And then partial of the bone comes up towards the femur and partial of the bone comes towards the shin. So the bone is like two different spots. So it's like, man. But the crazy part was I didn't know I got hurt until I looked at it. It was so weird.
That adrenaline.
The adrenaline was still going. So I was like, I had my eyes closed and I just never looked at my legs because normally, you know, you're not thinking about it. You just finna get up and move, you know? So at that time, I was just thinking none of it. I just wound up just looking down and seeing that the bone was just two different spots and my knee was like swole. So I'm like, oh. So I'm like, hold on, let me move my toes. let me just see what's going on. Like, you know, but it was like, man, I'm moving my toes a little bit. It felt like all the blood had rushed to my knee as if like my leg fell asleep. And then the pain was like, it was like no other. I couldn't really explain it. It was like a shocking, because once it hit me, it was like, oh, snap. Like I can't move. Like I can't, you know, if I'm moving, I feel the bone, like, you know? So it was like it's really hard to describe it, man. It was like, it was a dreadful feeling. I didn't like it. Needless to say, I didn't like it. So I'm sitting there. We go to the hospital, man. They telling me this. You know, I'm under anesthesia. Saying it was like an overnight thing, so I had to stay in the hospital. They did the surgery. They said I was gonna be okay. And then, you know, you hear the things like, oh, you're gonna walk with a limp, or oh, because of this, you gotta have screws, and you know, these things, and this might alter like how you may grow. This might stop you growing. This might hinder you later on. So now when it's cold outside, because I live in Chicago, it's like it's cold, so they're gonna be
it's
like,
a little cold over there, yeah.
So they're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna ache and pain, arthritis. In my head, I'm like, I'm 12, 13 years old. You ain't finna tell me I got arthritis. like watch out. You old. You blowing me, OG.
You
like,
have arthritis.
You got arthritis. So now you trying to wish that on me? That's bad luck on you. Bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, get away from me. I'm 12 years old. I'm talking to my uncle like, you idiots? Like, arthritis. Like, you crazy. So we going through that process, man. Surgery was cool. Afterwards, like, once the anesthesia and stuff wore off, man, that pain was like, whew. And then sitting there, having to sit there, I was like, bro, how did I end up like this? But I'm a kid, so I'm like, I'm gonna bounce back in no time. Give me a month or two. By the time summer hit, AAU, travel ball comes around, be back with the guys. We hooping, you know. But it was a lot of patience, a lot of time. Well, it felt like for me, because at the time I was so used to just up and moving all the time. But it really took like about like a couple months, 3 months.
That's pretty quick.
It wasn't too bad, maybe 4 months. Therapy come around. I wound up still getting that chance to play a bit in the travel circuit with my guys later on, middle of later on in the season of it, of the summer. So then I still got a chance to still hoop. So it was a cool experience. And then after that, man, I go into my 8th grade year. Around the same time, it was crazy. Same day, actually. We have a home game now. Now it's not an away game. And after just coming back from that injury, I was a 1-foot jumper. So I would always jump off my left leg. At that time, I had hurt my left leg, so I'm just now coming back. So now my dominant leg is my right leg. So I'm sitting there, but over this time of that grace period, me healing and getting back to hooping, my leg, you know, I got my strength back and I actually came back 10 times stronger. So then I was like, okay, cool, I got this. Went up for tryouts again for 8th grade, dunking the ball, 2 hands. I'm like, oh my gosh, this time no alley-oops needed. This is just me off the rip. Oh yeah, we good. You know, it's good. So then I'm like, oh yeah, it's breakout season, player of the year vibes, you know? So I'm like,
Player of the year.
You feel me? I'm in 8th grade thinking, I'm like Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh yeah, You know, I was excited for the season. I'm with my cousin at the time, so I'm like, oh yeah. Then and then it's the guys I was just hooping with. So we running it back again. So it's like, all right, with this time I'm sorry I felt bad because I'm like, man, I didn't get a chance to hoop with the guys to finish up the season. But this time I'm gonna finish the season. Like we're gonna be undefeated again. Ain't nobody stopping us. So I thought, but we get into the season, starts off great, not losing no games. You know, same thing. We picking up where we left off. Right before Christmas again. I'm seeing the Florida game. I'm playing back. I see opportunity. I take it. Boom. This time, as I'm taking off, I'm by myself. I jump. And I think I like slid a little bit, but I still was able to jump, but I just slid. And as I was sliding, I was like, oh, but I was still wound up jumping. And I think when on the takeoff, because of the muscle pulling and how like I think it was, I forgot what it was, but it was more like the how anxious I was, or like something with the muscle being more developed than the bone a bit. It was the muscle had wound up pulling the tendon because the tendon was too weak. I think it was at the time that was I was growing pains and stuff. So at the time I was having knee hurting because I was growing. But at that time I'm like, forget that. You know, I'm gonna dunk this ball. You know. So I go up and attempt. I slipped a little bit. The muscle had wound up pulling the patella on the right side now. So now I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. So I jump up, I slip a little bit, I fall. And when I fall, I slide. But I had my eyes closed at the time. So then when I'm sliding, I'm like, all right, I don't feel nothing again. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to just get up. I'm not going to think about it. This time, last year, I looked at my knee. This time, I'm not going to look. So like,
it's gonna make it better.
You know what I'm saying? I learned my lesson. Don't look because it's gonna hurt. So I'm like, okay, cool, we good. Plus, I had like a knee pad on or something, some like the McDavid pads and stuff. Yeah. So I had that on. So I'm like, all right, if anything, it would have hurt because the McDavid pads are compressed. So I'm gonna feel something compact in my knee, but I didn't feel anything at the time. So I'm chilling after I slide. I stop. I touch my knees. And the knee I touched, the bone shifted and moved. So right when it did that, I opened my eyes and seen that it was the
Why'd you open your eyes?
Once I realized that the bone was moving, I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, not again. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is crazy now. Like, this is a sign. Like what is we saying right now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like, bro, I was like, why is this happening again? So I just look at my mom, and my mom looked at me, and she was looking at me in confusion. And I'm like, it's out. Like, it's out again. It's out. And she was like, what you mean? I'm like, the knee. Like, look at my knee. I don't want to look at it, but I just touched it. And I was like, it's out. Like, I touched my knee, and the knee is shifting. I was like, oh, man. So she comes down, rushes the floor. My dad comes down. They look at the knee. We was sitting there. They threw the towel over it and stuff like that. I'm just screaming in pain. They telling me calm down. I'm like, how you gonna tell me to calm down? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm in pain. Yeah. You gonna tell me calm down as if you don't, like, you feeling what I'm feeling right now. Yeah. You know, so we going through that whole thing. Same thing, bro. They had to cut the pad off me, cut the shoes off me. They asked me, can I wiggle my toes? You know, things like that. But I was still able to move. I just couldn't move my knee. It just felt like the same excruciating pain once I realized what was going on. Yeah. I go into the hospital. Same old thing. They telling me I'll go to a different hospital now. These people saying the same thing as these last guys are saying. Yeah, bro, you got arthritis. You're going to be messed up. Might need knee replacement. I'm like, yeah, bro, all right. Like, bro, I'm 13. What you mean? I'm talking about 20, I'm going to need knee replacement. Is you cool? Like, you cool? Like, nah, bro, you tripping. I'm like, bro, wrap this up. We going home. You know? Discharge me, mom. We good. So we go handle that. I leave. I think we wound up doing some type of procedure or something. But then I woke up and I was at the hospital my mom works at. So then I was like, when did I get transferred over? You know, so, but I guess I wound up getting transferred over. They put me under anesthesia early, numbed me and stuff. So I was in the IV. They moved me over in the middle of the night. And my mom put me with her job.
Got it.
And then she was able to just watch over me at night. So we handled it there at that time. And then she was just like having to relearn, use the crutches again, not using a leg. Using my left leg now, getting that back to normal as it was. But just going through that whole process again, man, it was just like...
It's a hard process.
Yeah, bro. So after that, it was like, all right, you doing physical therapy. And at that time, I don't knock physical therapy. Like, I'm grateful that they have that for people and, you know, things of that such. But I feel like after a while, it's like I was seeing things happen. And that's what my mind was like with a lot of YouTube and stuff going on and influencing. It was like I felt like a lot of things was passing me by. And I was like, man, I need to get back on it. Like, I don't need no time off. I'm seeing people dunking in 8th grade, and I was like, I was just doing that. You know, now I'm not playing, and these guys is going on, and it's like, man, I need to do this. I need to do that. Why am I... You know what I'm saying? Where I need to be to get to where they are now. If I would have never got hurt, woulda, coulda, shoulda type vibe. Yeah. And I was just like, you know, I can't really dwell on the past, and I can't really think upon the future. I got to just be present in what I'm in and what I'm doing. So just focus on what I got going right now and just take it day by day. So with that going, we had physical therapy going on. And then I was just like, you know, I need to take matters into my own hands. I want to start running, you know. I want to start walking. Once I got to walking, I'm like, I want to run. You know, I'm tired of walking. I don't want to power walk. I'm seeing like comedians joke about it, and I'm like, I'm tired of this. You know, I'm not old. Like they trying to the perception you trying to give me is not what I'm seeking in my own head. I'm not doing power walk races. Like we're not doing that. I'm finna jog. You know, so they tell me, you know, hey, take your time. In my head, I'm like, I'm walking, I'm good. Like that's all I need. I just needed that type of insight and motivation to be like, you got this. So just took it day by day. Went to physical therapy. Shout out to my guy Doc. He helped me out, prepared me. We did a lot of running, and yeah, he helped me get back to myself. And then went on my freshman year. High school, completed that. By the grace, I ain't have no injuries. When I got to college, I was starting to feel like knee pains again. But in my head, I'm like, this ain't that arthritis mess that they talking about. Like, it's just I'm a hooper, bro. You know, knick-knack pains and, you know, getting hit, falling. It's just what comes with life. You know what I'm saying? Every hooper plays with a little bit of problems. So I'm like, it's whatever. But I go on. I get to Oakland after my 2 years over at Western Illinois. I go off to Oakland. I hoop. And I wind up... going to an open gym. Went to an open gym. After hooping with the guys, we get the strength coach comes out of nowhere. It's like, yo, let's lift. What we lifting for? you know, we just hooped like 5 games. Like, no, we it's open gym. We hooped
5 games?
About like 5 games.
Damn.
You know, so it's like,
what are we gonna go lift?
You know, yeah, why?
Yeah.
Like, what is the need of this? And it was like, you know, people who lift after the games or lift and doing different things. So I was like, this is when I wasn't really familiar with people doing that. So I was questioning it. But, you know, I just trusted what the strength coach was trying to persuade towards us. So we all had went down to lift. And at the time, I was feeling weird. You know, my body's exhausted. I don't really have much left in the tank to continue to keep going. Like, I need to either fulfill my body, I need to rest, I need to recover, ice bath, things of that. Yeah. But at the time, we going to go lift, and he was like, all right, we finna squat. So I'm like, why are we maxing? You know?
Maxing?
Yeah, like, why are we, like, going up in weight? Or, you know, like, what are we doing? So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, don't do it. Like, we're not finna do it. You know, like, let's just call it quits. But he was like, come on, you know, knock this out, knock this drill out. It's gonna be quick. You know, it's gonna be 2 reps, 3 reps. But in a blink of an eye, your life can change in that 2 to 3 reps, you know. So I'm like, all right, man. Me thinking like, all right, let me just put my head down. I'm gonna just work, get this over with. I got the rest of the day to myself, you know, and proceeded to do the exercise. I squat, come back up, and I feel like my leg go to sleep. I drop the weight, and I'm like, damn, like, why can't I feel my leg? But I'm standing, but I can't feel my leg, my left leg again. So I'm like, nah, bro, like, maybe my leg tweaking. I touch my knee. I'm looking at it now, so I'm like, you know, like, what's going on? Like, why? Like, I don't have no broken bones.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's inflaming. But it's like my leg fell asleep. So I'm like, dang. So I try to walk. I could barely bend my knee. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, why can I barely walk, but I could stand? I could still move around. So I'm like, please don't let it be like ACL or MCL. Because when I squatted and came up, I felt like a pop. So I'm like, dang. You know? So I was like, maybe it's just like cracking bones or something. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we talked about. So I was like, you know, not thinking none of it. And when I went to go get it checked out, they was like, oh, yeah, you torn your cartilage. So I'm like, cartilage? Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? You saying MCL, ACL? Like, make it make sense for me, man. Like, come on, bro. He like, no, cartilage, bro. Like, this goes around your knee, da-da-da, you know, explaining the whole situation of it. I was like, oh, okay, so no ACL, no MCL. So, but why am I prohibited on my movements? You know, it's just, or like, what is the process like? Because season coming up, I want to play, you know? And then, shoot, they was like, what happened? They were like, it's not too much, it's not too long, depending on how you nourish it. Like, if you nurture it and just take care of it the right way, it could vary, you know, it just all depends on how well your body reacts to it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, I'm a kid, you know, ice bath, throw a Band-Aid over, we're good. Like, give me 3 weeks, 4 weeks, just constant therapy. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be back hooping. But like, in that matter of time, me trying to rush back and get back into things, it's like, all right, I'm starting to overcompensate the other leg. So it's like, all right, I'm starting to feel better, yes, in the knee that I had originally just hurt it. And I'm like, but I'm starting to feel like I'm overcompensating my other leg. So it's like, all right, some more is still going on. Even though I'm still trying to nurture this injury, there's still stuff going on, like different debris or like inflammation. I have to get knee drainage and stuff.
You started
like
getting your knee drained?
Every game, we was getting my knee drained. Me coming back from the game, I was every game we had the sports doctor with us, and every home game I got my knee drained at halftime. So I had to get the fluids knocked out of my knee. Yeah. And then after that, just throw a Band-Aid over, go back and play. Then through the middle of the season, by me overcompensating my right leg, I wound up tearing the cartilage in the right knee as well. So now I was like, oh, shoot. You know, I didn't get the procedure done to get my left knee done. I just left it alone. Just gave it some time, rested. Just really tried to put a Band-Aid over the wound when I really should have just paid attention to it more and got the surgery and whatever was needed. But at the time, I'm like, you know, I don't want to miss out on anything. You know, I feel like this is my time to help the team. And I feel like at the time we had a really talented group of guys that we could have went far. And with me being also an exception help to it, it would have been like, all right, this is everything. These is all the pieces that we needed to win. We had a good point guard. We had a solid wingman. You know, we had defensive players. We had shooters, as well as me being a shooter. It was like we was already a solid piece. So that had happened. And then, like everything, it was going. It was smooth. But then once that happened, it was like, man, all right, do I put the team first or do I put myself first this time? You know, am I rushing back or am I really going to take the time to understand this injury? Am I going to take the time to really learn about my body? And then also, like, eating habits, everything, learning how to be a pro. So during that time, I had a conversation with my dad about it because he came to see me before we called it quits on the game. I was like, hey, man, you know, I want to continue to keep playing, but I'm tired of having to get my knee drained after every game. I'm tired of the aches and pains. I'm tired of, not being able to do certain things because of the fact I'm feeling a problem. Like, I want to go bowl, but my knee is swollen. So now I can't really move like I want to right now, or I constantly have to heat and pad ice. I'm like, man, I'm watching this on like just people that's just older. I don't want to do that. I'm in my 20s, man. There's no way I'm doing this right now. So he was like, well, if you feel as if it's necessary, step away, do what you got to do. You got to put yourself first. So decided to do that. It's helped me in the long run because it helped me learn more and more about my body, and also seeing other pros and how they take on their everyday lives. So it's like, take these procedures, get this, wind up getting a stem cell repair in both of my knees, which really helped me recover back fully 100%. And then at the time, it was like, man, during them injuries, it was like I was, it was a tough time. It was a tough time for me. Mentally, I was, I couldn't really do what I wanted to do, so it started to mind boggle me. And then, like, hearing certain rumors like, oh, you'll never play again. And it's like, all right, bro, like, this is something I grew up doing. So for you to tell me I'm not going to do something I grew up doing, like, what else I'm going to do? At the time, and in my head, I'm like, basketball is everything, still is. But, like, it's like, what else am I going to do besides hoop? Like, I go to school to do this. This is all I do. I work, eat, sleep. Like, this is all I do.
It's an identity.
Yeah, And at the time, I was, like, hearing certain things like, he'll never play again, or he's not going to be the same person, or, we appreciate you for what you did, but now it's time for you to go. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, all right, what's next? And that big what if was messing with me, because it's like, normally you want to have control of your whole destiny and your whole scenarios, but it was like this time I was in awe. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't really have the response to do anything. I didn't really know how to come back from this, but just constantly kept praying. Just stay with it. I asked God that if he gave me another opportunity with this game, to please help me, and I never take it for granted. And during that time, I had to throw myself in hell and, like, really work, just put my head down, don't worry about nothing. Whether it's rain, sleet, snow, sunshine, like, just go through it every day, attack it, be a better version of yourself. Like, you have to kill yourself and reinvent yourself again, so going through that time break and then trying to find a school, it was just like, man, it was a rough time, but kept praying, stay consistent. By the grace of God, he never forsaken me. He blessed me with opportunity to go to Southern Utah. When I went there, that was like my second chance. I was just thanking him, and I took it as that. First year, man, went there, didn't play as much. I was still healing back from my process because, like I said, I did therapy after my procedures and stuff, but after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm about to start working on myself. I'm about to figure this out on my own. So I met with some guys named Dre and Sean out of Arizona. I went out there for the summer, stayed there the whole summer, and every day we was just working. Running hills. We was at over in Tempe, I would say, Arizona State University. Trained every day, 3 workouts a day. We was eating the factor meals, I would say. Yeah, that's what they call it. We was eating the factor meals. At the time, we was like, what's meal prepping? What is all of this? But it was already showing me, like, how pros and everybody move. And at the time, so I was like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to eat. You gonna work out here, and every day we're running. Like, at the time, I was probably like 240, 250. Yeah.
Damn.
Tough times. Tough times.
I want those pictures.
I was like 240, bro. I was up there. I was like 240, 250, because when I was at school, I was just lifting, and I couldn't move. I couldn't really run or walk, so it was like I was fresh off my surgery. I was just lifting every day. But like I said, we lifting, but we're maxing out. So I'm bench pressing every single day. So like I'm out here looking like The Rock.
Like, what sport do you play, bro?
You know what I'm saying? We bumping into each other like, what's up, gang? You know, I got no neck. I'm chilling. I'm like, it's bad business. Dog. It's bad. I can't look like this. I can't look like this. You know, it's a tough time. But, you know, I got out to Arizona. We got to work. You know, it was great. Every day, like I said, hitting the mountains. We was pushing cars. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it was a time, like, in my head, I'm like, pushing a car? Like, you crazy. He like, no, you need this. Like, you gonna push this car. I'm like, man, it's a whole TRX truck. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a car.
It's not a car. You know what I'm saying? What you think I'm just Superman or something? You forget I'm fresh off surgery. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, bro, like, I don't know about this. But like I said, every day I just put my head down. You know, I felt like God gave me a second chance with this. So I was like, I'm going into this next, like, ready. I'm going to do everything I can to, you know, to do what I can to prove myself that I'm ready for this. And if this is what I need to go through, you know, then, hey, I'm just put my hard hat on and get to it.
Yeah.
So worked, did that every day. We in the gym. There's times my knee would inflame, swell up again. I couldn't work out for like 2 to 3 days. After that, we on the bike, cycling class, doing a lot of yoga. They showed me like how the off-court life is, you know, as far as how to take care of yourself with workout every day. Sometimes your preparation off-court is most important than being on-court. Because once you get on-court, then it's just like second nature. It's going to be like riding a bike. But if you put yourself through that fire early on, you're going to be already ready. So then uncomfortable situations going to be comfortable because of the fact you're going to look forward to that type of controversy. Yeah. So they definitely helped me. At that time, it was cool. Went out there for like the whole summer. And I wasn't saying I was fully back, but I was probably at like 60%, 70%, you know. I was able to move, but I didn't really still have everything that was me, but still I was better than what I originally was day one. So forever grateful for that. And then after that, went on to the season, got blessed. Shout out Coach Simon and Coach Clayman, Coach G, Coach Tom, all those guys. They took a chance on me and gave me an opportunity to play ball at Southern Utah. Met a core group of great guys, J Val, Debo, Spurge, Harry. Those was the guys my first year, man. We was locked in. Those my brothers. So we was every day in the gym. They kept my hopes high. Always had guys in the gym with me, playing ones all day. You know, just getting me back, getting my mentality back. Just, you know, not letting dark times hang over my head. So they definitely helped me and be present and be in the moment and really understand what it means to just be okay with where you are and to everything happens for a reason and to never let that despite who you are and to overcome those controversies. But
beautiful.
Yeah.
You had a hell of a ride, dude.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a ride.
Yeah. Then I had my last year and I was like, yeah, it was go time. It was go time. After that, anybody that ever talked about like, because, like, anything that ever happened to me, I always screenshot it. So, like, when people said I wasn't going to play again, when I heard that comment, I ain't going to say who, but when I heard that comment of, you know, things, and then...
you know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, you know who you are. Then, you know, yeah, it was just... I just remember everything people said to me and what had happened. Use it as motivation. And senior year, just like, yeah, lash it out. Then... After that, with me having, you know, a solid year my last year, got blessed, met up with my agent now, his name Eddie Kim, met with him and hit it off. We had a good friendship. We was talking, figured it out, and helped me get my jobs overseas. After that, everything set itself. Everything set itself after that. After that, just dominate. And everything you go through, just show that you're not supposed to be there, you know, show your worth. So do your job.
Do your job. It's a beautiful story, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So before we head out, just last thing, where can people find you? What do you have going on this week?
Mm-hmm.
And then where can people see you here coming soon?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram.
He posts all his stuff, I think.
I try. Listen, y'all gotta bear with me, man. I'm still trying to learn this, vlogging and trying to get back to posting. I have pictures. I'll be ready to post, bro, but it's just I just have to. I gotta get there. Sometimes I forget. I'll be going through stuff in my daily life, man. I work out and be forgetting stuff. But on Instagram, you can find me at _Zion Young. Twitter _Zion Young. Pretty much that's all my socials. Honestly, I'm mainly on Instagram more than anything, for real. Yeah, man. I be chilling. What else was the question?
And then what's to come up next for you?
What's coming up next? I have some workouts. Have some important workouts I have coming up. Just preparing for that right now. I don't really want to speak on it too much. It's just something I keep to myself until it happens, and then when I post about it, you'll see it. You'll see it.
Cool.
But then right now, just staying with it, keeping my head down, work out, stay out the way. Just
cool.
Get buckets.
Get buckets.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thanks for your time, man.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Love you. Bye.